Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is week 2 of building Kaller in Lego. First thing that I'm going to start off this video with is this week's haul. Yes, I know I have a new table. I'll acknowledge that later. But first, let's get on with the haul. The first couple things that I have are these 1x2x3 roof tiles and slopes. I got a whole bunch of these from off of Bricklink earlier this week. I also made an order off of Lego. This is all one order. Let's start off with the VIP pack. It's just a VIP pack. I'm probably not going to use anything from this. I also got some more bricks from Lego. Some 2x4 bricks. And then this order's from Bricklink. I got a whole bunch more bricks off of Bricklink. And then the last thing that I got from Lego, which is probably the most important for this week's build actually, is all of these 16x16 plates. If you remember in the last week video, I talked about how I saw these, that they were back on bestseller for lego.com, so I had to get some. So yeah, that's this week's haul. Day 3, I started building all of this filler brick, and right now it's not done at all. This one base plate isn't even finished. I still have to figure out how I'm going to do filler brick in this area, but this is super tedious, so I'm kind of letting you guys off the hook here for this week. And I'm not going to show you guys me building this filler brick. I'm just going to keep checking in when this stuff is almost done. And base plate done. Now all we have to do is the last one. Yeah, I finished up all the back filler brick. I decided that I'm going to be putting an 8x8 plating up here, so I'm going to be doing that filler brick next. But all of that back filler brick, I'm finished with every single base plate, so now I just have to do these edges. Just finished the filler brick for just this one base plate. This is exactly how all of them are supposed to look now. All of these plates are up one stud, so then dark tan is going to have to come up at an elevation and then stoop back down, which I thought would look a lot better than it just kind of being flat all the way from the Rockwork to the back of the block. Now let's move on to the next 2 base plates. Just finished placing all of the filler brick for each and every single base plate. Here's the second one, and then here's the first one, and then here's the last one that I did. I finished all of the filler brick, and by far this is the most tedious job I think I've ever done. This was the most tedious video I've had to film in a while. It's what I gotta do. So thank you all for watching day 3 of building Kaller and Lego. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you want to see this mock finished, and I'll see you all in the next video. Just kidding. Although that did end the video of day 3 of building Kaller, now I have to take the thumbnail. Here are all the pieces that I'm using for the thumbnail. I'm going to have one guy working on building the filler brick, and then these 2 guys are probably going to be in the back taking a break because of how tedious this job was. We are now going to start making progress on the Rockwork. I just placed a bunch of dark tan plates on the back of these base plates, each in sync, every single one. Like this one, it's only the back, as well as this one over here, so that I could have room to just place in the Rockwork. So let's get started with that. Building this Rockwork was super tedious and took a lot of time. Just a single base plate, which I filmed the time lapse for, was about 3 or 4 hours it took me to just build the one. And then I built the second base plate, which I thought I didn't have the pieces for, but turned out I did. So I built that off camera without a time lapse, and that took me additional 4 hours to make. So this Rockwork was very long, but it turns out it was worth it, and it looks really good at the end result. Since I had a lot of practice from other builds that I've been doing in between, and as well this own, beginning off with the bottom Rockwork, I've had a lot of practice and have improved my Rockwork very well from when I first started. I kept moving around the base plate so I could see better what I'm doing with the Rockwork, and then when I had to switch it around to do the back filler brick, I could do that easily and see what I'm doing clearly, instead of just having it stay in one position and then I'd have to be reaching over and not really seeing what I'm doing with the filler brick. I didn't go for accuracy as much as I did for height when it comes to the Rockwork in the back. When I look at Kaller and the inspiration and concept art for the mock, I saw that the mountains weren't really as steep and as jagged as I'm building them right now, or at least the scene that I'm trying to depict from the Bad Batch aftermath. But in the beginning of this series, I did say I was going to try and make it my own. Not copied exactly from the actual concept art, but I had to make it my own, and this is what it's turning out like, and I really like how it is. When I got to the top and final pieces of adding to the rockwork, I tried to make it jagged and not all even on the top. Now I just have to repeat that process 2 more times. Okay, this is the finished product for the first base plate of this mock. I know the height isn't really accurate for how Kaller is in the Bad Batch, but I'm kind of running with it because I kind of like the height. It shows that we're kind of on a mountain here. And this is the height compared to a single minifigure right there. You see I have a 41st Elite Core Trooper, and it's very tall compared to the one minifigure. I am running low on pieces, so I'm probably only going to be able to do 1 more base plate, if that, and I'm not going to show a time lapse, but that's probably all I'm going to be able to get done this week, so let's get started. I finished the second base plate, and actually I didn't run out of pieces, except for these 1x1 cheese slopes. I did run out of those. I'm going to be making another order, and I'm going to be finishing off the last base plate later on in the week. And then, so I finished this one. I added some more details like this little cave right here. I was more familiar with the Rockwork besides this one. This one was my first go. It turned out really well, and then I tried this one. I still have a whole bunch of pieces. I even made a little meter stick right here. I measured this one about the height of what like the tallest pieces of this one are, and then I came over here and roughly estimated how tall I wanted this one. And then I'm going to use this for the next one, but that's going to be in the next week. That's going to round out week 2 of building Kaller in Lego. I really like how all this turned out. If you guys do too, leave a like down below. Leave a comment suggesting anything you want me to make or any suggestions you want to see in the mock. I'll possibly add it in. And if you guys want to see how this mock will turn out when it's all finished, subscribe down below, as I'm going to be building other mocks like this in the future, and I also do mock challenges. So I'll see you all in the next video.